Yo, um, it's been 2 years since I've been living in the car, so I'm probably beginning to be qualified to speak a little about what it's like. Yeah, so I guess today's one is on parking up and on, I guess, safety and creeps and weirdos and boundaries. So yeah, I've been swimming and bathing in nature for about 2.5 months for reasons which I can go into later, but part of what I'm always trying to do to heal myself and to ground myself is to just get the fuck away from people. They have a really interesting variety of ways to annoy the fucking shit out of me. And you know, it's on me getting triggered over dumb shit. But it's also not just me. Sometimes people are really fucking annoying. So the trouble is, you just sort of can't tell until it's too late, until you know. So I like to just assume and see the best in everyone as much as possible and send people blessings and whatnot. But if I'm really tired and exhausted, which I am a lot of the time, I basically just want people to fuck off and stay the fuck away from me. And then, yeah, it's a tricky situation because you can have someone chilled rock up and you've just got all these memories in your head of every time someone rocked up that was not chilled, and you can sort of blow up at them and just act like a crazy coconut, and they would just look at you like, yeah, they don't understand. So yeah, it sort of feels bad, doubly bad. You're just sort of compounding issues. So I mean, discernment, that's great, but also like I self-medicate for dopamine deficiency with caffeine as a default a lot of the time, mainly because it's cheap and easily available and it lasts for, you know, the entire day. So the side effects of that are just anxiety to the point where my back hurts. I've got like pretty bad adrenal fatigue, and you know, it's like I can function on it, I can get stuff done, and I know from experience that if I don't do anything in terms of self-medication, without any other sort of health things coming online, I'm basically just in a coma indefinitely and in a very unsocial mood, I guess you'd say. So anyway, I started finding these secret spots to swim, and then like double secret spots where people just don't ordinarily seem to go. Oh, there's a tiny little green spider on me mic cable. Hey buddy, you all good? Tiny spiders I can handle, they're fine. It's these sorts of ones that I get a bit sketchy about still. Anyway, been finding some good spots to go for a swim, and really appreciating that. Just there's something about having a swim in nature that's so refreshing and relaxing, and I've just had one, so yeah, I'm sort of enjoying that deep calm that kind of sets in afterwards. It's wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, boundaries. Sometimes people will be testing for boundaries and you won't be aware of it, so that's what happened to me recently. going for a swim at my double secret spot, and I've been swimming completely naked as part of training for myself to get into my body and away from social expectations where I am in the culture in Australia, which is there's a lot of shame, and there's a lot of I think it's illegal. But you know, it's only illegal if you get caught, sort of thing. So ignoring how ridiculous that is, it's quite liberating to get over a fear of being seen. I guess that's part of what I'm working on, and easing into it. So I'm going to as private a place as possible to just be naked in nature, which it sounds so fucking ridiculous to say it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like walking barefoot. Fucking, you get so many weird looks from people like you're some alien from space, which, you know, whatever. Just the concept of being born as a human, coming into to learn in the earth school, and your feet never touch the ground. Can you just imagine how insane that is, and how disconnected people are that they can look at someone without shoes and just have this reaction like, yeah, it's normally, aren't your feet cold? To which I can respond a few different things. Are your hands cold? You're not wearing gloves. You're not wearing 3 pairs of gloves. You know, is your face cold? You don't have a giant ski mask on. There's no insulation between your face and the outside world. This is a tangent, but anyway, I guess it all links in. I did barefoot wandering for like a year. When I first started living in the car, I'd just go out into nature and, you know, our man-made versions of nature, because so much of it's been cleared for cattle and food and crops and that. Most of what we go out into when it's a park or a national park or a state forest, it's all regrowth. It's all been demolished, and then you've got a few natives that have been replanted, but it's not what the original place was like, the actual nature before white people came and stole this land, basically. Not that anyone really owns land anyway, so that's a huge can of worms that I'm not going to go into right now, but went to this spot for a swim because I was getting ready to go out to an event and be around people, but my people, you know, good people. So anytime I've got something coming up, I like to have a wash beforehand, obviously. But there's also part of me that thinks after 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 or 9 days of not having a wash, there's part of me going, I feel seedy and gross and I need a wash, and there's another part of me going, let's feel more seedy and gross, let's just lean into it. Just, I guess, to work on that social expectation part, you know, if it was natural for everyone in society to only bathe once every 9 days in a river, we would all be seedy and smelly, and no one would be standing out like I feel I do. So again, it's part of a fear of being seen or noticed, and it probably has context in human history, as you know, the nail that sticks out gets hammered, or sticking your neck out, it's you risk getting your head chopped off, that sort of thing. everyone wants to blend in with everyone else out of fear, and I think that's bullshit, because we're not everyone else, we're all unique. And everyone else, for the most part, is out of their fucking mind. So, it's a safety in numbers thing, I suppose, which I understand. But it's also a lack of courage, which is fucking weak. So that's another thing, trying to learn how to be a man from scratch without really having had a father figure around for a lifetime. So I have to just work it out, just figure it out, and maybe that's the purest way to learn about masculinity and yang energy, and embodying that, which is tricky to do. Like assertiveness is respected and appreciated, and is good in society. To not fuck around, you know what I mean? To not dilly-dally and be indecisive, but to make everything as clear as possible. But then the line between being assertive and being an arrogant fucking asshole is a thin one. Oh, fucking the council's rocked up to cut the grass. Yeah. I'll see what I can fit in, as long as they're not spraying fucking... Yeah, that's alright. It's a fear of being seen talking to a fucking piece of technology, isn't it? And yet, if I'm on the phone having a conversation, that's fine. If I'm just talking to myself, terrible. What are people going to think of me? Anyway, he's going to make a whole bunch of noise soon. So yeah, to wrap it up, I got followed by a creepy guy. Creepy guy was fucking creepy. I didn't set firm enough boundaries, and now I've been having to deal with it, rattling around in my head for days about how I should have said, please fuck off and get the fuck away from me. But you know what I mean? It's like assertiveness, but it's pushed over into coming across like a fucking asshole. So that's something for me to work on and to integrate. But I think part of it is... No, you're just enhancing it. You're enhancing it, man. It's all good. Oh, really? Yeah. You're welcome here. I mean, you're caring for this place, which helps it to stay peaceful, right? Yeah. So, peacefulness, yeah. Self-love, self-care. I think because I'm new to all this, it just like, I just dose myself up with really good energy, and obviously in a long-term attempt to heal as much as possible. And then I think other people pick up on this, and consciously or not, they can do like a energy vampire thing and come and like latch on and just like start feeding off that energy. And I don't know, I'd like to prevent that from happening, but at the same time I don't like to engage in ritual or self-protection practices as if I'm some sort of fucking I don't know, vulnerable weakling, when in fact I'm powerful and a creator being of light. I'm not actually a physical human body. I just happen to be cruising around in one for a while, you know what I mean? It's like the old adage, who polices the police, you know? If you've got protection up, what is protecting your protection? What's to stop someone from just shorting out a couple of wires or picking the lock, sort of thing? So I do like to maintain a lot of wisdom in mind from McKenna on the psychedelic side of things, which is that just having a sense of awe and appreciation for life, and a sense of wonder and joy, I think, is like a natural built-in childlike protection, which it's to do with cultivating trust in life. For this example with the creepy weirdo, there's no point going into details, but like, I'm fine, nothing happened, but I had trouble discerning, like, am I really fine, or am I going into something without having my wits about me, which, to sum it up, that's probably correct. I mean, I'm so dissociated and disconnected and numbed out from the experience of existence that it works in my benefit, and that it screens out a lot of bullshit, but it works against me in that I don't perceive bullshit getting its way in and stop it in time for it to be not as annoying as it might otherwise be. So this dude's getting on the mower. I'll leave it there. Many blessings, much love, and I'll do more updates later as I have time and energy. Peace.